when I tapped into your energy, or into the energy of the collective, I felt like I had something on the back of my throat. It's like something's on the tip of someone's tongue, but they're having to bite it. They're not allowed to say anything. And it's making me want to cough. I'm actually going to cough now. I'm so sorry. Okay. There's something about, is it your opinion? It's either your opinion or your ability to cut through the BS. And because I can see someone's eye twitching. Like they want to say something and they're not. They're pursing their lips. We have trauma response coming out here. Someone's trauma response may be, oh, am I getting to cut someone down? To cut someone down. Because my deck is so big now, I'm going to be taking a couple from each one of them. Okay, so tell me, yeah, narcissistic parent is coming through. And that one is definitely coming out. Let me pop that one there. Tell me about this person. What do we need to know about this narcissist? Oh, very high expectations. This person may set very high expectations. Boundaries is coming out as well. And you've got mental health sector. Boundaries up or down? Down. Okay. So this is somebody who, why am I getting that they expect you to lower your boundaries or your expectations of them while they still have really high ones of you? Dwight Schrute, that is not the correct pronunciation. Invalidates feelings and needs. It was just a joke. Lighten up. But this being in reverse, I feel like they may think that you do not speak correctly, or there's something about the way that you speak or the way that you eloquent yourself that they kind of let slide. They let it slide. I'm hearing they let it slide. Okay, do you know what? I'm not going to take any more from this one. This one now? That one. Okay. Let me see. And I heard, I wish I hadn't got involved. Like this person saying they wish they hadn't got involved. Investors coming out and life is sweet, celebrate. Okay, so this person's, I think they're quite irked by your life. Whoever this person is to you, because we have got a narcissistic parent, which is very, it's very, very specific. So this is a very specific reading. You have invest coming out and you have life is sweet and celebrate. So I don't know if you have removed someone from your life. Maybe you don't speak to this person as much. Maybe you have gone completely no contact, or you've gone low contact so that you only see them, you know, at family occasions and try and avoid them when you can. You have got focused intention on target, groups chanting, trapped elemental beings, heat, coals and fire. So this is somebody who they're still focusing their intent on you, or you're still a focus of conversation for this person. Okay. Can I get another one or two, please, from this deck? One, please. Thank you, just one. Tokyo, London, Paris and LA. I don't know if you travel a lot or if they do. They may live in a different country to you now. Let me take this one out as well. I just keep seeing someone's lips pursed, like they're annoyed about something. It seems like anything that they try to hide from you, you know when they're lying. And this moment is about them. It really is about them. They don't like that they can't hide something from you. They literally can't hide anything from you. And I heard maybe when you were young, it was like that and they didn't like it. This person may have been distant from you when you were young because they didn't like it. I always think of you inside of my private thoughts. I'm telling you, this person thinks about you a lot. And they think about this almost like they're looking back at patterns of behavior and looking at you from when you were a child and going, how did you already know that? There's some sort of claircognizance coming through for someone here. Like there were always signs, and I'm hearing warning signs. So this person may be seeing a gift that you have as a threat. Can I get one more, please? I'm a dark witch and I love the chaos I create. They're more or less the same thing, aren't they, when it comes to narcissism? Okay. And I'm also going to take one from this deck here. Okay. Unpaid therapist is coming out. Did you try and help this person? Did you carry this person? Did you try to heal this person? There's a lot of energy here of entitlement coming from this person. Person. I keep saying person. You've got massive celebration in reverse. It does seem like a very one-sided relationship. There does seem to be a lot of energy, time, patience put into this person and their woes and their life and their everything. But when it comes to you, they're too busy, or they don't have time, or what do you mean I'm cold, or what do you mean I don't show you affection? There seems to have been a breaking point for someone in just saying, do you know what, enough is enough. Because if this is your parent, because it's literally coming out as that, and I sometimes like to open it up and be a little bit more broad just in case, but this is a very specific reading. I've been told to go over here. It seems like you freed yourself. This person is angry, but they're angry in a very quiet way. This person is not wanting to show that they're angry, that they're irked. You have the Queen of Swords. This person may have a very sharp mind. They may have been very strict in upbringing. There's something lacking here. This is what I mean by lacking affection. There's a coldness coming through. The Queen of Swords is a leader. They're somebody who does not mix their words. They were a wordsmith as well. So I feel like someone here, their parent may have just been somebody who don't muck about around them. This is a strict parent. Don't play the fool. Don't be silly around them. You know, it's giving the energy almost like children are to be seen and not heard. Don't be running around the house. Don't be getting under my feet. Just get away from me. It's like birthing a child and then being irritated that they birthed a child. And I'm really sorry if that's resonating for you, because that's really sucky. The Queen of Swords here is about intuition as well. So this person may have actually been very intuitive. I don't know if they actually paid attention to it enough. We have the Five of Cups coming out to the Three of Cups. There's a lot of sadness here. This person holds a lot of sadness. They may have been brought up in sadness. And no, I'm not a therapist. I cannot diagnose anyone. I cannot therapize anyone. I'm just someone who is very interested in psychology, and I can use some of my experiences and my knowledge to place into these, okay, into this message. But the Five of Cups coming out here is a lot of sadness. So it does feel like almost like the expectations that were put on someone in the collective were near impossible to be able to actually do. And this person was purposely doing this. They didn't like when you set boundaries or when you started sticking up for yourself. Now, this person could have been abusive. This person could have been just not showing up for themselves, and therefore not showing up for you either. The fact that we have I am a dark witch and I love the chaos I create, I'll wait till I get to that one. But what I'm getting right here is, rather than this person doing spell work on you or doing spell work on someone in the collective when you were growing up, this is more to do with somebody sitting in their own shadow and just acting from it. And when chaos happens, going, well, why did that happen? But secretly kind of reveling in it. We've got more cups coming out in reverse. We've got the Seven of Cups. So it seems like something was laid bare, and the Ten of Cups in reverse when a boundary was placed, when a boundary was actually placed with this person. They are fully aware that you have read them and they don't like this. But this person does not seem to be like a grandiose narcissistic person. They seem to be like covert. They're covertly very good at getting into people's mind space. And I don't know, there's some gaslighting going on here. It's the energy of, have you seen, what's her name? What is it called? Chris something. I really like her, and she's friends with Selena Spooky Boo. and she's really famous, and she started off on TikTok, and she used to do like these really short videos where she'd look at the oldest child, the middle child, and then the youngest child. If you know what her name is, Chris something. She's got blonde hair now. And she would do a lot of videos looking at different siblings and how the parents treated them. And you would see the mum and how, you know, I remember one specific one where the youngest kid is rude to the mother, and you see the two older siblings going, "Oh, wait until you see what happens to the youngest. Does not understand. They're about to have, you know, they're just about to have HELL put down on them." And the mum just softens and go, "It's fine, you can have another 10 minutes." And you're like, what? And it's because, from what I remember from my own childhood as well, is that the older ones go through so much, and the youngest one doesn't have to. And there's something linked into it here, with them kind of having amnesia when it comes to treatment, when it comes to how they treated certain people in the family. And I'm sorry it took me so flipping long to get there. But it seems like there is amnesia when it comes to treatment towards you or towards family members who may have really got the brunt of some sort of very strict upbringing, lack of affection here, or constantly pushing with pressure to achieve. Having the 7 of Cups coming out in reverse to boundaries, it seems that once you set a boundary and you really stuck to it, and I feel like someone was nervous to do so, when they actually did it, you got to see who that parent actually was. You got to see who this family member actually was and who they were. It was frightening. It was horrible. Wasn't very nice at all. Because asking for something and setting a healthy boundary, just my opinion, it shouldn't be met by resistance or shaming. There's something here about shaming or trying to make you feel bad for wanting to feel big and not wanting to be small. And look, here comes a fly. Some trickster energy coming through. I swear to God, I do not know where these flies come from, and they're so dumb that they look at the window and they just keep flying into it, and it will bang. They'll bang against it, and then they'll come around and fly, and there'll be another window open, and they won't go through it. Now, the Hierophant coming out here to invest. There is an energy here of keeping control. The energy of keeping control. It's almost like this person wanted to stop you or siblings or other people within the family that were dependent on them from being able to learn more, become more independent, become more independent, not having to hold on to this person or look for this person for value within self. Okay. What is it that they're feeling annoyed about right now, though? People are talking, I heard. People are talking. And I think the reason why I've been having such difficulty in finding examples and linking is because this person here may be finding it difficult to explain themselves to people that are quite direct now, in present. Tokyo, London, Paris and LA. What do we need to know about this? Yeah, we got the Queen of Pentacles coming out in reverse. Okay, so something's being questioned about this person. Something's being questioned when it comes to selfishness, when it comes to kind of prioritizing themselves over their own children. To the point where with like Tokyo, London, Paris and LA, this person may have taken a lot of solo trips, or like, you know, just left the family and gone for a trip at Christmas, for example. Left the kids with another family member and off they went. Or it could be that this person has the money to do something here when you were struggling, when you were younger, and they could have actually helped you out and they didn't. People are talking about something here. They don't like the spotlight on them unless the spotlight is helping them to look like a martyr, a victim, or someone that needs help. Okay, we also have here the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this person always saw you as being unable to what? Like, they always saw you as a dependent. They never really gave you a chance to show what you could do. And you have the Ten of Pentacles coming out here. I do feel like this person kind of reveled in, like I said, in creating karmic responses from people around them. They enjoyed this. I'm surprised that the High Priestess in reverse hasn't come out, because that's what I'm feeling. We have here the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. They may have also been very inappropriate in how they would have shared mental health issues, emotional issues, how they may have pushed you to become an unpaid therapist. Now, nobody should have to parent their own parents. And if you had to do that in any way, shape or form, I'm very sorry. I'm sorry that you went through that. And I don't mean that in the way of pity, just empathy. Just empathy. Now, this person, I was going to say there's someone here, but this person here, there is definitely a bitter taste in this person's mouth, because they know that something is being talked about. They know that something that they have said is almost like they've changed a story. They've changed it round about home life. They've changed it round, and they may also be talking about another family member here and stating how unlovable this person is, when really it's a projection of self. And if you do not have contact with this person, you have very low contact with this person, information has got back to them that you already know what they're thinking. You already know what they're thinking. Because I'll always think of you inside of my private thoughts with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This person thought, it's not even like you were a weakling, because that's the word that came to me, but they just thought that you would never be able to stand on your own 2 feet. How can you do it without them? How could you walk away and not need them? You know, everyone has to need them. I don't like that people are talking about their private stuff, and they don't like having to defend themselves, is what I'm hearing as well. I have a feeling that I haven't actually introduced myself. My name is Bronwyn. This is Bronwyn's Cove Tarot 111. If you are new to this channel, welcome in. It's really good to have you here. New faces are always welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, it's good to have you back. I am going to ring this bell now. This is just to cleanse the space around us. If you do have any type of sound sensitivity, I suggest that you turn your listening device down in 3, 2, and in 1. We have the Seven of Wands in, the Eight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this person, going back to what I was saying, they purposely set expectations, standards and goals that were not attainable or were not achievable. I'm thinking of like when you think of like the favorite teacher that you had at school, high school, elementary school, wherever you were, right? Those favorite teachers are always our favorites because they really cared about the job they were doing. So they would actually interact and connect with each of their subjects, each of their pupils, right? If they knew that this pupil over here took a little bit longer reading, they'd give them a little bit more time. They wouldn't rush them. If they knew this kid over here lost focus, they'd find ways, they'd find fun ways of bringing that focus back so that they would learn. And they would also ensure that everyone was given that equality, you know, opportunity to learn in a fun way. And I'm getting that this person here, I don't know if someone's parent was a teacher or if someone's parent was in some sort of area that has to do with care. It's either care or service, something along those lines. And when they were at work, they'd be really good at this job. And then they'd come home and they'd purposely shut off. They completely shut off. This is like looking after old people all day, you know, but real, like, you know, maybe even hospice, having to bathe them and be really gentle with them and, you know, speaking to them with compassion and love and all the rest of it, and feed them almost like their babies, wipe their mouth and their nose and everything, and then coming home and ignoring the collective, ignoring them when they were a child, ignoring them when they were a teenager, completely switching off on purpose. And this person feels like they have been exposed, like people know what they've been doing. The Page of Wands is coming out here. The Page of Wands is the energy of adventure, of risk, taking risks here. Someone here took a risk on setting up a boundary. I feel like the energy, it's not just that, the energy or response that someone may have got from speaking their truth or asking for, like, you know, healthy boundaries, or please just respect me, please just respect, was very childish. It may have been very, very childish. It may have been, there may have been something very spontaneous that they did. Very snarky. And they don't like that. Again, if this is just about them being seen, like both sides of their faces are being seen, both sides of the coin are being spoken about, not just the one that they want to present to the outer world. Because the thing is, I think it makes it worse when they are purposely being nice to other people, or even if it's because they have an ulterior motive, but they're being nice to other people purposely, and then purposely not being nice to you, or purposely trying to aggravate you or someone in the collective as you were growing up. Because the really nasty thing about that, the really nefarious thing about that, is that as we're growing, like our frontal lobes or frontal cortex, it doesn't actually mature until we're 25 years old, which means when we're young, our brain is still flipping developing. We need guidance. We need that empathy. We need that love and the patience and the care and the compassion and all of those things to make sure that, one, we are being nurtured into a wonderful person, and two, that we don't make really bad life destroying choices. And I think that a lot of us are very lucky in the fact that even though we may have had sucky parents, or we may have had really ishy upbringing, we've been able to heal from that. Not because of it, but in spite of it, right? But what's really nefarious, what's really nasty here, is that this person is a fully grown adult. They are a fully formed adult, and they still were doing this knowing that you would react in a certain way. There's like bullying. It's like slight indirect bullying going on here. No one wants to be told that no bully wants to be outed. No bully wants to be outed. This person's very insecure. A lot of control. A lot to do with control here. You have the Queen of Wands coming out here to the Hierophant. They dampen someone's creativity. They really, really dampen someone's creativity here. There may have been questions as to why did they not encourage you to express yourself or to learn more about yourself. Identity could be a big thing here. It could be that, you know, this parent didn't give you the time to foster your creativity. It could be that you're a really good singer and they just didn't put any interest whatsoever into helping you flourish in that area. And they're being seen. And I also feel like the circles that they kind of run in are people that are also very passive aggressive, in that, you know, they don't directly talk about issues. It's like there's the elephant in the room and the elephant is just there, and people skirt around it and don't really talk about it. They talk to each other about it, which means there are people here talking about this parent and about things that they're learning and finding out. How did they find this out? How did they find it out? Okay, so one of their friends, yeah, King of Swords is coming through, but one of their friends has seen something newsworthy. Because I just saw someone looking online, or looking on TV, looking on a laptop of some sort. This person is older though. You do have the King of Swords coming out. This is the Law. Oh, they've learned something here. They've learned about I feel like someone here is putting the pieces together. This is like an old friend. It could be an old friend of this narcissistic parent. They're kind of putting things together. And what I mean by that is, like, they've found some sort of paperwork, or they've heard something that is talking about legality when it comes to money, and when it comes to whether they shared it or not, and they did not. It could be that you have a parent that has more than one home, more than one place that they live at, and then they're asking how you are. I don't know, that person, they don't talk to me anymore. The last time I heard, they were in a hovel, you know, trying to scrape things together, or they're living in their car. And it's like, well, that friend is kind of thinking, well, what? You've got this money, you didn't share any. Why have you got so many homes? This is just an example. And then there's conversations that are happening without this person, but they know. They know. And there are other things that have come forward. Queen of Cups has come out. Queen of Cups. You may have said something that was like verbatim what they were thinking. And as I said that, look at how this little bastard of a fly has come in. You may have literally said something, posted something that was verbatim what they were thinking about you when they were like, you know, when they're off in their private thoughts, when they don't have to mask around people. And they're just like, how the heck do you know that? If you know that, do other people know that? And you posting something here, they have an old friend who is definitely following up on you, and not in like a weird stalky way. It may be just to check to see how you're doing, and they're seeing what you're posting, or they're seeing what it is that you're blogging about, and so on and so forth. And they're like, let's put all of these bits together. So there's a community here that are very, very aware of this. They're very, very aware of this person. Because look, we also have the Nine of Cups coming out. This person has got nasty qualities, I'm sorry to say, but with the 10 of Pentacles going down next to the 9 of Cups, and I'm a dark witch and I love the chaos I create, this person enjoyed seeing other people squirm. Well, now, do you know what? Tables have turned. How do they like it? Right? Last card, please. Last card, please. We have the nine of Swords is coming out in reverse. This person may have been an energy harvester. They could have been an energy vampire. This is somebody who may have used you as like an emotional punch bag. Someone who would just like openly just pour all of their, you know, volatile emotion onto you. It could have been that they've had a really bad day at work, and rather than asking if you have, or how's your day at school, how are you doing, they just blah, 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 and put it all on you, and then they'd feel better and you'd feel like absolute poop, right? Now let's see what else we need to know about this. Discord amongst friends or family came straight out. Wow. Taking a vacation physically or mentally. Yeah, they don't like that you've detached, that their word has no importance to you anymore, or that you rarely think about them when all they're doing is thinking about you. There's a lot of evil eye energy coming through here. Look, open it again to family matters. What on earth? There's a bit of jealousy coming through here. You may have a parent that's jealous of you. That's why they didn't kind of like push you to succeed. You do have here, someone is leaving your life. We have a dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. We had romance, celebration and party coming out. They may have been jealous of the people that you dated. Thank you. That is a lot coming out here. Look, yeah, look. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. They didn't want you to trust your intuition. This person may be frightened of your intuition. They may be frightened of how good and how very accurate your gut feeling is about them and about people in general. This person has been dampening your kind of like spiritual spark since you were younger. There's something about them not wanting you to be. And it's irrespective of whether this is like, I feel like there's childhood wounds here of them not wanting people to know that you are different. But at the same time, they not only did that, but they cut you off from affection. And I'm so sorry. That's such a sucky thing to do. Let's place that one down over here. They liked feeling like they had power here. You have beware of self-delusion coming through. You also have stepping into a new experience coming out. And then you have recognition, reward for merit. You're about to be rewarded for something here. And they don't like it. They don't like seeing you succeed. That's really sad. It's a sad way to look at other people, right? Money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall is coming to you. You have family matters here. So there may actually be money that they've been holding back as well. There may be money that they've been holding back. And I was getting that a little bit with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. And we have here, hidden secrets can harm you. Not you, them. Them. Okay. Slowly but surely getting ahead is coming out. So they hid something here. Pay attention to your work is coming out. 2 more, please. Please and thank you. Someone at the age of 16. Something happened at the age of 16. That's important, that may be involved in this. We have beware of pride, of great pride, and we also have a distant friend is thinking of you. I told you there's a distant friend of the family that you know. They may be in another country themselves, and they think about you from time to time. They may check up on you online just to make sure that you are okay. They may leave a message here or there, let's say on Facebook, for example, because they know that something's not right. They know that something is not right with the way that things went down between you and this parent, and not because of anything that you did. I want to get that clear. This distant friend is fully aware that there's something weird going on with them, and that they've withheld something that should have been given to you a long time ago. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know and what you needed to hear. If you are new to my channel and this resonated, I would love for you to hit on the like, the subscribe, and on the notification bell to see more of my content and when I post it. If you are a returning subscriber, so family, hearts, kisses, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.